Welcome back to the Tool World Podcast. I'm your host, David Ju, and I'm here with Master Ju.
Hello there, Mr. Jew.
I got a question for you today.
Well, we always have a question.
Yeah. So the question today is going to be relating to back kicks.
Back kick.
You have two different types of back kicks. You have ones that start in the bending ready stance B position, and then you also have back kicks that are like combos. So like in Chungmu, turning kick, back kick, right? And so my question is that when you do the back kicks, do you always have to have the hands to the side? So like when I do Chungmu, I do that turning kick, the hands like up, kick, and then the back kick, will the hands drop to the side. And when I do it straight from the bending ready stance B position, do I keep the hands to the side as I execute the back kick?
All right. That's a
Long-winded question. Long-winded question.
That's a good question. Well, it's like any of these combination kicks. So we'll talk about your Chungmu idea, turning kick, back kick. And those kicks, I have to go back and look. Is it done in a fast? I don't think it says fast motion. It's just done in a regular motion. It says regular.
I think it's fast motion.
Does it say fast?
Yeah, it's fast motion for turning kick. Yeah.
That's why, because you have a sharper young brain versus
Maybe.
my old. What? I'm not sure if you can say this. Old fart guy. So can you say that?
Sure.
On the podcast?
Sure. You can say that.
Okay, so if it's done in a fast motion, then I would definitely say the bending stance B position in Chungmu is not required. Okay, so like a Kodang, Juche, bending stance B, back kick, right?
Yeah.
Back piercing kick. Because the back kick is just a generic term like saying side kick.
Yeah. Okay.
So back piercing kick. You go into bending stance B, which means that it's kind of like bending stance A. It's the intermediate position for basically a back kick or a front kick. Like if you do front snap kick, your knee comes up. You're actually in that bending stance B position, and then you execute the technique. So we really should talk about bending stance B and how you do that. So in bending stance B, if I'm doing a right bending stance B, my right knee has to be bent, not slightly bent, it's got to be bent.
Yeah.
And the knee comes up like you're going to execute a back kick or a front snap kick. So
Yeah.
And the hands are actually to the side.
Yeah.
And so this is actually a stance. It's actually a stance, right? But it really is the intermediate position for these kicks, right? So it's a stance. So we look at it from a stance point of view. When you talk about bending ready stance A, it is closed, not bending ready stance A, closed ready stance A. Your feet are together and your hands is at the eye level, right? And there's no any variations to that. Same with closed ready stance B, right? Closed ready stance C or D. They are just stances, right? Parallel ready stance. I don't alter these stances. That is the way it looks. And so bending ready stance A, bending ready stance B are stances, and so they are performed in that look. Where the hands are off to the side.
I mean, you have things like L stance, ready stance, L ready stance, or you have walking ready stance, and that's just the hands to the side.
Right.
So walking stance with the hands to the side, or L stance, hands to the side, right? And so they have those different variations.
Right.
Not necessarily in the pattern, but if you look at like
If you look at
the stances
itself.
where the bending ready comes from, right?
Right.
And so bending ready stance B is
The hand
the same. It's
to
just
side.
they're just in a ready position.
They're just in a ready. Isn't it kind of a down position? And it kind of makes sense. I mean, I'm dealing with an opponent behind me, so my hands don't have to be up in front of my face. It can be down in that position. I guess if I want to protect my back, I'd have to throw my hand in the back.
Yeah, maybe.
That doesn't. I don't think I can do that.
So when you do it in like Juche, and your hands are to the side,
Right.
and I'm doing it slow motion,
Right.
am I going to keep the hands in the same position?
Yes. For when you execute that kick.
Okay.
Okay, that brings up a good question. I guess you'd have to look. That's the way I've done it. I think that's the way most people do it. Do you see anybody else do it differently? Unless it says to execute a back piercing kick and moving the hands in the opposite direction. You do see that. Kick and punch, let's see, Tongyo?
One of those patterns.
Right. So then you have to move the hands in that opposite move that hand, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, hands don't always move. Like in dosan, dosan, wedging block, you don't actually pull that hand back as you kick.
Yeah.
You're holding it there. There are some techniques that there is no reaction hand technique to the
Right.
kick itself,
Yeah.
right? Sosan, the twin outward knife hand strike, you do the side piercing kick,
Yeah.
but you don't pull it back. And there's a reason for that. That's a different topic.
Yeah.
But your hands stay in the same position. And so like you said, Juche, Godang, Benri stance B, then you perform the slow motion back piercing kick.
Yeah.
So the hand just stays there.
Okay, so let's go back to the Chung Mu. So did we complete that topic?
Well, yeah, Chung Mu, so that's done in a fast motion. Okay, so when I do back kicks, do I go to the bench? No, not necessarily all the time. If you're sparring, you don't do that. You just bring that leg up and you throw the kick.
Yeah.
Right? It is, in theory, the concept is that the leg does have to move in this kind of a direction. It kind of goes through this bending raise stance B, just like side piercing kick. It goes through the bending raise stance A. Do people do that exactly like that in real life or whatever? The answer would be probably no. The patterns are really more of a theoretical concept. I would definitely say that, right? Actually, I had a student last night who trained somewhere else, and we've been talking about punching, how the hands are, performed a certain way, and he says, well, we always have the hand. There's not a lot of reaction hand movement. He says, yeah, absolutely. I don't disagree with that.
Yeah.
Right. It's just a different training idea. If you want to do patterns, it's going to be done slightly different, right? When we look at Chung Mu, it's done in a fast motion, so it's go kick. It's not like you're going to stop in that bending stance A.
Yeah.
Bending stance B. You go turning kick, back kick. You don't pause for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
For that back kick, and so in Juche Kodang, you pause for that because it is an actual stance, is an actual movement in that pattern. Just like in Wanyo, bending raise stance A, it's an actual movement or position in that pattern.
So would you say it's similar to doing like a heaven hand, like in Juche? So halfway through, you do the heaven hand, you pause, and then you go to the next technique, right?
Right.
So this is kind of like same.
Same.
So it's like, oh, I'm a ready position, and I just do a back kick.
Right. I would agree with that.
I mean, there's no really point to doing the bending ready stance B.
Well,
you would never do that as like a technique, right? It's not like that ever happens. It's just a ready position.
right.
Bending ready stance A is kind of same.
Yeah. No, I think it's a good point because I can see where someone's doing the pattern, Juche. So you go to the side elbow thrust and they just execute the back kick without doing that bending stance B. You could do that, right?
Right.
And then you go wrong. And then you go, who's this instructor? And he goes, do you have book? And you go, no. Oh. But I do know it's done, and it didn't make any sense to do this silly technique called the bending raise stance B. I just went from the side elbow thrust and I did a back kick. Can I do it? Yes, you could. Right? They just kind of skipped that whole thing. Who's right or wrong? We know. If you want to do it the way the general designed it, you got to do every step.
Yeah.
But if someone didn't have the book and they just kind of saw that and they was just emulating that, or they don't go to, ITF seminars, they might do that. And they would say, that's the way to do it. And then they would look at you going, why did you pause and do that?
Yeah.
Because it's in the book.
Right.
Right? It's just a stance in the pattern is what it is. So no, the hand doesn't necessarily always, I don't think it has to be down like a bending stance. Okay. Chung Mu is a great example. I think you brought that up. It's turning kick, back kick. You don't do a bending stance B and then the back kick. It could. I don't know.
Whatever's fastest.
Well, you do it next time when you do Chung Mu. I want to see it.
Okay. All right, well, we'll wrap it up there. As always, don't forget to be safe.
Keep training.
And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks
Tech
for jumping
one.
in.
Adios.